My name is Kim Peek, and though the world once called me a mega savant, I never saw myself that way. I was born in Salt Lake City, Utah in 1951 with a brain that was, quite literally, wired differently. Doctors told my parents that my corpus callosum, the bundle of nerves that connect the left and right hemispheres of the brain, was missing. Some specialists even believed I had damage to the cerebellum, which helps control movement and coordination. They said I would never be able to learn, to walk properly, or to live independently. But life had other plans for me. From a very young age, I began to show signs of something extraordinary. By the age of 2, I could read both pages of a book simultaneously, my left eye reading the left page, my right eye reading the right page, and remember almost everything I saw. My mind absorbed information like a sponge, and once it was there, it rarely faded. I could recall facts, numbers, names, and events with uncanny precision. Books became my best friends. I devoured them one after another, reading entire volumes in minutes. Over my lifetime, I read and remembered about 12,000 books, spanning topics like history, geography, literature, music, religion, mathematics, and even space exploration. My brain worked like a living encyclopedia. Ask me the population of any city, the day of the week of any date in history, or the full route of U.S. highways, and I could tell you instantly. I once said I had mega memory, but I always knew memory was only one part of who I was. My father, Fran Peek, was my greatest companion. He believed in me when doctors said I should be institutionalized. He helped me connect my knowledge to the world, guided me in public appearances, and loved me unconditionally. Together, we began traveling across the United States, giving lectures and sharing my story with schools, universities, and organizations. People called me a real-life Rain Man after the 1988 movie inspired by me, though the character Raymond Babbitt was played by Dustin Hoffman and only loosely based on my life. The film changed everything. It brought me into the public eye, and for the first time, I realized that my mind could help others understand the incredible diversity of the human brain. Neurologists studied my brain for decades, fascinated by how it processed information. Because my hemispheres were not connected in the usual way, researchers believed that information flowed freely between them, allowing for an almost limitless associative network. My condition didn't have an exact name, but some called it agenesis of the corpus callosum. It might have been a disadvantage to some, but for me it was a gift that opened windows of understanding most people never see. Despite my powerful memory, I wasn't perfect. I struggled with things that most people find easy, like buttoning my shirt, understanding abstract ideas, or managing social interactions. I couldn't live alone. My father and I were inseparable. Yet I never saw those differences as limitations. They were simply part of who I was. People often ask me how it felt to remember everything. I would smile and say, "It's not a burden, it's a blessing if you share it." I loved helping others discover joy in learning, showing that knowledge wasn't something to be hoarded, but something to connect us. In my later years, I became more open and confident. The more people I met, the more I realized that being different didn't mean being less human, it meant seeing the world through another lens. When scientists scanned my brain using MRI and CT imaging, they said it helped them understand how the brain can reorganize itself to compensate for missing structures. I suppose my brain became a small key to a larger mystery, the boundless adaptability of the human mind. I passed away in 2009.
but I like to think that a part of me lives on in every person who dares to think differently. My life was never about memorizing facts, it was about connecting hearts through knowledge, showing that even the most unusual minds can illuminate the world in their own way. If I could leave one message behind, it would be this: being different isn't a weakness. It's a form of brilliance that helps humanity see new possibilities.